we always get a chance to reason to you them, especially those from Taylor, because yeah, but Taylor right. I don't know, so you only have two halls on the campus, Taylor Hall and the Assembly Hall. So it really go. We have different halls of residence, you know. That our orientation. But I say you only have the two halls, Taylor Hall and the Assembly Hall. But every hall some really powerful youth and some powerful students. As a matter of fact, for the next couple of weeks, we're going to start teaching the halls of residence and different clubs and societies in the university. See it? Because you do a whole heap of work. I just see hundreds of thousands of youth doing a whole heap of work out there for a whole heap of people for the year as university students. Every hall, probably like 7 blocks, and every block have an outreach program. Plus, you have hundreds of clubs and societies, all of who have outreach as well.
Exactly.
See, so when you check the amount of things them youth do, some phenomenal things them I deal with and things. So I'll give them a chance to come on the program and talk about what them do and why them do it, what drives them to do it. And these are youth from every walk of life in Jamaica. Urban and rural, middle class families, uptown families. Not people think come you still. But the majority of them are youth who you know say no sufferation. And that is why I find say even you have to burn all the government hat, you know. You have to burn the government hat all over say do everything positive. Because Andrew owns them and the whole of them and them. From both the PMP and the GLP. Majority of them, especially those who born around the time when I born. Because I enjoy the same age. Come at you at the same time. I should do the same degree program, economic, do a master's. I'm driving politics and come back and do a master's in studies. But every generation we see below Andrew Owens in terms of age, are people who know. All live on the campus. I know say all of them go through certain kind of things. And like say people have money. So the whole of them know what it means for be where I have to share things, etc. But also know when we have to work together to get things done, to fight down anything that is oppressive. And right now all the way in some good position out there. And we now do what we're supposed to do, we play politics with people life and make people suffer needlessly. Right now enough people in Jamaica suffer needlessly.
Exactly.
See? And a guy if you know say excuse not a reason, you know, for you. No matter how plausible you might make it sound, you know, it's not a reason.
Excuses are tools of the incompetent.
Alright, you see it? So I say for you, we're in the position to serve. I said a favor we're doing Jamaican people and say we serve them. Because I know as a youth that more than 80% of my school fee was paid by the Jamaican public. I know some rich people can evade and avoid taxes in Jamaica. The poor people are paying my school fee, so I have to defend them. Seeing? Same thing for Andrew and the whole of them. The university is funded by across the region, Jamaica being one of the biggest contributors to the university. So it means that every guy, every youth who leave the university of the West Indies, every lecturer, because government pay it too, every researcher, obligated to serve Jamaican people and the Caribbean without no question, unconditionally too. So anyhow, we now do that, it means that we now fulfill the core mission.
Exactly.
Which is the self of I people through the region. Seeing some guy are going like a fees, them turn some bossy slave through away them degree and them forehead. You know? Let me know say people never pay for who couldn't pay for yourself. And then I go on like when I say people out the road there know say we just do things to people. And when people not ask you to do things. And so it's disturbing.
Exactly.
Because I know say none of the government guy them and not guy with the money. So them know what it is like not to have. And it's like we are using our position to make it worse for people. We know we have the brain, man. I don't want anybody out the road ever thinks there's a shortage of brain while we not do it properly. I'm saying it's a shortage of heart. I said a shortage of heart because we never grow properly. All them youth where you say are going folly. Them parents never grow them so. Parents and grandparents never grow to behave like how we are behave. Seeing? So you come like say, true we get up now some age and we get bigger now, we just abandon everything we learn from your mother and your father and your granny and your grandfather, whichever one you grow with. Seeing? And that is a fundamental problematic in Jamaica. No matter what you want to say, no matter what you want to philosophize, no matter how much academic research you want, the fundamental problem in Jamaica is that I were in the position to serve, abandon the things that the parents teach you as youth in terms of say, school for do well and come people. Exactly. We abandon that kind of philosophy fire and adopt some kind of bossy slave mentality. Something that we adopt from people outside of our region. And go on like say we roll now is to go out there and go and be better than people. That's why it red.
Yes.
And we can't find no excuse. And have to do the work because we come on earth to do that work. And have to come on earth to do.
Definitely.
We do the work.
We want to acknowledge those students, teachers, all of the communities that, you are now back at school in terms of high schools and thing, all the schools them. We're seeing that there's a slow start to the school year, but again, we ask all the stakeholders, remember, we're appealing from the taxi drivers to the people who deliver food to the schools. Be patient with our youths, seeing, and use this opportunity to now talk to them in such a way that it set them up for success for the rest of the year. Seeing? So we don't want no bad vibes now. We're living in the positive. Seeing? So we're asking all the stakeholders, we're making an appeal. So when you see certain things are going on with the youths, them don't turn them back, man. Just heights them up. Reason with them.
But
Be
this is
that
why
big
taxi man
brother.
him to fire. Come
Mm,
the right now, I'm see out at Irving Gate by University. A whole barrage of taxi bridge in them out there. The man them behave nasty. Garbage and them a piss all over the place and everything the bridge. Them a big what kind of nasty devil the man be pan. Your parents don't worry that way. Tanya said like me I use a word when I can't use what I need. Which word that me use I can't use
I
I
saw it go, man.
because there is no
It gone already.
all them be an English word man.
But what's the ones them a hack away for real?
Them
See?
nasty virgin. It's radio. I'm going to talk frankly. People are nasty. You can't behave like that. We don't keep a place nasty and we do those things our place and things still. Seeing? It's a school and it's a university, virgin. If you have the business, your customers coming right there. So when you want to serve your customer in a nasty environment, you don't do those things. There's business to teach at university. It's customer service is the main priority of everybody who engage in business. And the environment in which you operate a business can either encourage or discourage people from doing business with you. See, you will stop them kind of behavior there. Because that's why you find that people quarrel about taxi people. Like I said, taxi drivers are bad persons. When you come like the man have kind of motorized schizophrenia. Them alright when them now drive taxi and from them drive taxi, them kind of different kind of mode. Them can't be like that. See? You're saying the wrong signal. Yeah. Standards. You have set high standards when you offer public services in the virgin.
Exactly.
And when you go and do what you do, I say no. So you go urinate, where you wash your hand. Come just no pipe out there. And you touch up money and give people, and people take money up. Hey, that's why I'm not touch money in fire.
That's why I have with germs bag.
Yeah, you see? These are things that they're doing. Transfer them all kind of nastiness to people. You can't be doing that for you. You have to do better practices than those. See? And say, might be the last time I come on the radio, but I'm not even support nastiness at any level.
Yeah,
see?
Man. So we want to encourage the ones them again. Remember your roots, man. Go back to your roots. Remember where your granny teach you. Remember where your mother and father show you the energies. See? And pass on those good qualities to the youths. Especially in this time we see teachers are moving around. And it's not just Jamaica, it's worldwide. Seeing so the ones them feel like say it's just Jamaica alone.
In terms of the teachers leaving the classroom.
Leaving the classroom.
Watch out. You see people must realize in terms of certain global crisis, there tend to be mass migration of people from developing countries to developed countries because the thinking is that developed countries have more opportunities. That's the thinking and the perception that is pushed out there. So you have a mass exodus in Jamaica in the 1950s after World War II in the 1940 and about 1945. No, because people are redeveloping Europe because say Europe is a war and the world is a war. European people are war and them countries mash up and they have to rebuild them. And so we're encouraging persons from other countries to come there to build them places. So you have a lot of persons migrate from Jamaica. As a matter of fact, at one point in time, the man them claim, most if you never go in a certain time, you can't get no more letters or no. But never them call it if you go foreign, right before independence. You know, a rapid exodus of persons. Then again, when there was a next shift in the global philosophy and the global politics in the 1980s, and Jamaica had adopted this approach of trying to contain and nurses. And of course, many of them went overseas to find work. And some of them also became a big part of what is called the ICIs, informal commercial importers. And by the way, let me just say it quite clearly that higglers in Jamaica, ICIs, are the people who saved Jamaica in the 1980s. Whenever the country mash up. Matter of fact, higglers were some of the most preferred people in Jamaica. are so innovative and creative. When those people are starting to do England, any country them got them learn the language. So if I say England are the first of people who start learn Spanish as a mass, as a cluster of people, when they go in a Central America or some other place, go buy things and come in, they go Panama, And when the England start go China, them start to learn Chinese language, Mandarin and them thing there, Them create all charter flights, all those things them people do for below Jamaica. And we're so disrespectful as we still call them informal commercial importers. Oh, them to be informal. It's probably the most formal set of people because they're very organized as well too, So we know, so every time you have a major crisis, right now, with the pandemic, just like when it was in the 1920s, you have a pandemic because the war they just done again to, I said World War I done about 1918. See? And 1919, break try to fool them. I'm history probably a bit rusty. And so, and you have the flu going, the Spanish flu, like we used to go on now. The same guy you plan for the war again. So anytime you have that kind of crisis, people are traveling to other places to find better opportunities. So what you see happening in Jamaica is not only in Jamaica, it's happening across the globe. See? However, if you realize something every 30 years, like I know you have a riot every 30 years, like 1938, 1968, 1998, and Jamaica supposed to have built for a riot and on the data actually show that international, them check out the information, them say more than 100 countries are at risk of civil unrest right now globally due to the same situation that we face now with the unemployment situation, seeing, and the inflation situation. Those things. So we get the metal man from the PhD group, and the sustainable group that we are a part of, man. You know, man, say the world is facing an unprecedented rise in civil unrest as governments of all stripes grapple with the impact of inflation on the price of staple foods and energy, according to the latest edition of our Civil Unrest Index. They have a Civil Unrest Index. The data covering 7 years shows that the last quarter saw more countries witness an increase in risk from civil unrest than at any time since the index was released. Out of 198 countries, 101, note now, out of 198 countries, 101 saw increased risk in compared with only 42 where the risk decreased. But now I go through the whole of the data and say which countries, etc. But bear in mind, just as how Jamaica face hardship, see, there's many other people in the world that face hardship. And so enough people are traveling to enough place trying to sort themselves out. Now, can we develop a strategy around this? Because the diaspora by far is the most committed set of people to Jamaica's development, I find.
Exactly.
Evidenced by the amount of things them send back to Jamaica. I mean, not just money. You go to all the schools and find out how important the alumni are for the operations of them schools and things still, I remember talking to Chinlai Champa and different radio program and about 400 other alumni associations we have in Canada alone. See? So note then, so if you have a large population like that, and we know say diaspora is also a part of the market. And we also know that when teachers and nurses leave Jamaica, they find themselves in Jamaican-centered communities or Caribbean-centered communities. It means then strategically, we can say, okay, those teachers are going there, they're going to teach second generation and third generation Jamaicans. Can they continue to use a way of passing on the Jamaican culture to those second and third generation youths? Where we make it easier for those people to return money to Jamaica and to build house in Jamaica and do all these things. That's how we can give a guy from foreign land for build free factory. And I can in Jamaica, they can't give money my diaspora land for build house, man.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm carrying them things they don't know about duty. They don't have their returning residents for can carry certain things. If they want to return money, let them do it with ease. So this argument about brain drain is a long time 1950s argument,
Exactly.
Jamaica produce more brain than we can absorb. And that is why they have to live. And they have to be called underemployed means they are being paid less than the actual value of what your skill set is worth. And most people in Jamaica are underemployed.
Yeah, man.
See? Most people in Jamaica are underemployed. So look for the strategy. We can produce a lot of teachers, a nurse, a police, a this, a that. And we can't absorb all of them. So you have to create a system that allows easy entry and exit. If you call it perfect competition, you must have easy entry and exit out of the market space. But what you want is people who are committed to national development, and I'm certain that people go foreign. You take that easy about people go foreign. I have a visa from 19, but about 97. I mean, hard use a visa to go foreign. Because I'm not going to place for a cola go bite me. Can't climb no tree.
Yeah,
See,
you know?
so I have to rate every man that go foreign go work. Because him do something I know say I would even conceptualize I do. And them start that lying too. In the same call, sending back money to Jamaican people. You know, see, man, say, they might think on TV, they matter about Christmas greetings. You know, it's a cold time that now.
Yeah.
And the people, them have a world back close, but them well come out, them come line up, come sell greetings to people in Jamaica to help them love Virgin.
True.
I mean, I talk to Angema's people who are contemporaries, Virgin over South and self and stop behaving the way not behave. Joke thing on the depend. You hear me? I tell you, right now, we come there with a betrayal to the entire generation of people and to ourselves as well. Because when on campus, some government guy afraid for company campus. Check out Omar Davis and them man company campus come go on like man, big thing. Them have to know so they see you're nervous. They can come chat now, stupidness amongst I and I. And now we are here as people in the positions and running programs. And we now use our brain collectively for serve with people and make things alright for them. It's joking that bridging. Yeah, we might have to see one cut we all two backs because we now do what them teach you to do as mothers. And enough of our mother as some public sector worker we know say struggle.
Exactly.
And now we're in a position to make things better. And we're not doing it, man. What we doing? What we doing? People have to wake up and live, man. That's my final song I fear. Because they must want a Bob Marley song, so wake up and live, you know. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
You have to wake up and live here.
Remember, living in the positive. We use, of course, the knowledge of social enterprise, business, and economics to empower individuals, communities, and the country within the constraint of the global political environment. So the things that is discussed on this program is things where well researched, and we want individuals to be aware of it so you can make decisions, you know. I've heard so many things going around even on media where individuals are calling for a plan to see where are the developed areas going to be in terms of housing and farming and all these things. Why the Planning Institute of Jamaica have a whole heap of work to get done, you know, because we need to be clear so that we will be able to plan each individual, even in your community, as you are, where you are, looking around how you can use your natural resources to make this place a better place. So, although we're here, we're appealing to all levels, leadership, and the ones who are also in the community as those foot soldiers, you know. Yeah, man, we give thanks. So, ready? All right. This is Bob.
But you're coming
Huh?
when you come on?
It's 1:40.
All right.
1 past
Not
come on.
12:40, yeah.
So you can't use word like this.
Eh? But then it just sound wrong. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
wrong.
so all them call people ugly and dunce.
I'm just a piss.
Yeah, wrong with that.
Unless you say, oh, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
What they can't
Wrong with that.
And this is different from piss up the place.
But so this one
She,
go find out
she's
all them
in
can't do
media a
that.
long
No,
time.
the
She
thing
know
is,
what
I don't know if it's wrong. It just sound wrong.
Yeah, of course, but that's some want to sound. That's a me use a word there. And a short a word. You want me to explain to you,
We
say a
know
short
that.
a word now.
We know
You
it.
tell himself if you say the word, I say it
On.
because of that I want to say, and a short a word because I say anything else. Nasty. You urinate in a bathroom and you piss on the road.
A true culturally, you see them sign the no pissing here.
I will say tell you about the thing I'm just sharing. The $50 million.
Mm,
When UK investment. I don't get the money for it. But I just want them get the money, you know.
5 years ago.
The project is 5 years old for the part of me 4 years ago I should do a party.
We can talk about that though. Especially I quite the paper today. Speak and you know. On to energy.
In a purple shirt. Them not all enough.
Mm,
He's recovering.
COVID.
I don't know.
You say me in purple shirt. That man say,
Who that?
you in your George's shirt.
It's
George,
George's.
What color George is? Blue?
Blue.
Yeah, man,
Oh,
He's
purple
in
and
Kingston College
KC, yeah.
shirt.
Purple and KC,
So
man.
I bundle all of them. You don't know green and black myself.
Oh, yeah. Purple represents your
Right.
7th chakra. The crown chakra that represents. As a boy, a priest boy, with the case of a dangerous man, I can understand clear magic in
Who that?
the man who that George man build KC in over. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you know what I do, it's color magic in youth and the youth them. Get in a vibes of having a kind of, you know?
I'm gonna look at the I love Calabar. But
What else?
everything in laptop.
Yeah,
I
man.
love Calabar. Yeah.
Rex Rutherford, and the produce the biggest.
No,
slant
no,
man
no,
in the
go there,
world.
son. No, go there, son, brother.
Let me.
Why?
Son, the produce Rex Rutherford.
No, go there, son, man.
PJ, I want to produce PJ
That's
too.
cool, man. That's
You
cool.
biggest slant man in the world. I don't want to produce. That will come to Jamaica. You remember that? Yeah, no, sir. And that's why now run the 400 in the Benz, so now run all that. That's why they can't run the one with the curve base, can't be a slant bad dog and so
Yeah, watch it.
It's not good to be a trouble people, like that. Come look at yourself. What am I saying? Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, man. I know if we wake up and live for you because I like a shot at people. The way I influence the globe positively. Jamaica, by far, I think I've done the biggest global, not far one half, the biggest global positive cultural footprint in the world. So we're talking about the size of the island, the population, and the impact over the last from 1834, not from 18, before 1834 till now, from the Asian Revolution till now. I was 17, about 89. I'm trying to I'm running time, but from that time to positive global cultural impact, we are liberate people. Seeing, we're so good in everything, even badness so good, and yes, we're not good in government. So me I say no. I know if you embrace the Jamaicanness, man, and serve the people properly. See in the newspaper, they must show you the UK. There's a project now with this UK through the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. Seeing what them call the Essex Valley and the Southern Plains Agricultural Development Program, the SPAD program. I actually got a chance to write what them call the Economic Inclusive Strategy where we are mainstream gender, youth, and PWDs in the program, the same economic program right there, so agriculture program. I do what I call career pathways as well. Seeing real comprehensive work on that thing. So we'll see what can happen with those programs. Good program. Implementation is always something that people have concern about, but we can't see. Because where the focus of the program is, we try to empower people through agriculture. Right now, we see what we matter about rice and flour. Wheat-based things are go short. And the guy am going like says the world are in. And a wheat-based thing killing most people in Jamaica right now. So I say, with this thing in the newspaper about the big project, 54, it's about $6 billion. They might invest in all kind of things. Water, postal facilities, road, all kind of things they might do. With this investment, Jamaica should be positioned now that when rice and flour gone, we're happy. Seeing? Because they have to eat Jamaican local food. We're going on a break. We'll come forward.
Yeah, time fast, man. The one now.
Yeah, 1 o'clock. 30 seconds.
You have some G-Shock off.
Yes. I can never we are bonfire fan.
Eh?
We are bonfire fan. I come in a serious fire burning.
No, because I talk with a talk, I choose that talk.
Send back the paper there, please. You understand? I said, the other day I read all the article about the ministry talk about concern about Mali in schools and everything. You see that article there?
No, I didn't read it, but I saw the
Like, what
headline.
the hell? So them just know about these things? Over Spanish Town, you have a thing named Mali Wednesdays, you know. So when Wednesdays come, just don't teach in a class, bitch. No, you can you them want to take it before them come to school. The worst day. Worst day. I mean sex, I mean drugs, I mean on the campus, you know. And when you talk to them, it's like, oh, what's all gonna talk? Huh? I'm a pre some holy for things. She say, oh, it's so serious.
Oh, serious?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I pre
extra
some holy
serious
for things.
today.
No, I'm a good man.
Alright. So the first guess of 105.
Yeah.
Alright. But yeah, the ones them block out on the road out of St. Thomas. Same space where this bridge now come from. License. It's at the second day, you know. Because the road.
Because I went to a wedding over there last week.
Terrible, man. We call this gully place, huh? Name? Thing, like the place where you have the hill will come down in the gully, man. Seeing a simple thing, just do the road properly.
This is so tight. Good afternoon. Tanya, calling from New York. I'm going to ask you for hold the line
So, need them to talk now.
Yeah.
Winston, will talk now. Primary. So, you know, get Super Cat song, man. Or a song by Sizzler. Till some more. Some farm song.
Tell the sign some more.
Super Cat.
Sizzler. That's a Sizzler.
Yeah,
Tell the
style.
sign some more.
Or Sizzler Farmer Man till some more. Or Irene Live Seeds.
Yeah, man. A good man. A good.
Hello, afternoon. Hi. Hi, everyone. So, your time is right, 1:40. So, you come over. Alright, not a problem. See you then.
Him there online?
Yeah.
Support the food I made her. Cheat some more. Now, make the youth secure now. This is their awakening, rise from the dust. Get your youth stop complaining and go manifest your work as early. As the morning we then load up the truck with food. From east, west, north, and from south. We bring it up. At least not before them. Get your youth hungry. We have a good enough for snowball. because the government my boss me now go carry them stuff. Don't get hooks off and not get brush. So steal some more, steal some more. Get a youth hungry, me say get a youth poor. Steal some more, till this side some more. Babylon a war and you hungry.
Yeah, man. Very important, because right now, I see man like my set up a country we bust out in a civil war. You know. I'm show you what I go on. When you hear say certain inputs are short in terms of the food, and then we find out now say you have all these plans. The Ministry of Agriculture have a youth in agriculture roadmap being implemented by the 4-H Club, a good organization. They will reprogram them train world for youth, that tells youth every year in agriculture practices. You have a business, you have an agriculture business strategy, 2021 developed by the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries that I read. We have the economic inclusive strategy that I just wrote for the ministry as well too. You see it on the same thing that come under the same 54 million pound project that about $6 billion. That is part of the program. And we use the food of a shot. I'm gonna see you really spend with the farmers and say, no, what go on. What do you market them and sell onion for $500 a pound and you can't put onion by itself and eat it. See? So couple months from now, I'm going to think for sweet potato and yam and them things. So you can find the people who usually buy them food and not eat no pasta won't be able to pay for those food. And the guy them who eat beer pasta and white food are the only ones who can pay for it. So on average, the lower income people won't be able to buy no food along a coronation market. So what go on? A farm better no look at a man that want to start juking to take your food from you now. A man not rather and take money because he can't use money for nothing. And your food that want to take. So you see this farming thing is serious. So anybody in Jamaica who will promote farming and agriculture now, we have to really promote them. Yes, when our country has established a solid foundation for its agriculture and its people's development, can look towards the future with confidence. That's what I last year I did say, which I agree with 100%. So right now we're going to raise in the bridge now where everything in focus by his farming. That's the bridge named Winston Scott. The promoter Center Mass, license, University of Beach, all the name, license beach. So he might deal with the Need and Pen Road Group. Seeing? You tell serious about agriculture because him doing degree in a general agriculture at St. Augustine. Them doing masters in tropical crop protection through case. Seeing agriculture science program. Him do a thing at Elim Agriculture School. With level 1 certificate in general agriculture. It's be agriculture is my focus pan. Seeing? I'm a work with him farmers group now, which is located in the east of the capital of Moran Bay. And they're ramping Moran Bay, because we know where Moran Bay is, you know. That's a Paul Bogo place, you know. The man them who them tell so much life and them give him right image. Them say like them give a guy image from foreign. And I try to say a Paul Bogo. The man has some wissy ample. Now no bald pastor man, them try to show you. Because a man who's like that couldn't walk in the same mountain where the man might burn the plantation or go. Because almost one of them. The main income for that place is through farming. Farming. See? The group was established in 2017 to unify farmers in the district in an effort to improve the lives and the livelihood of its members. Enough things they man plant. Tree crop and vegetables. Banana, plant, fruit, pear, ackee, coconut, Congo peas, sorrel. No vegetable. And livestock alone, we not promote killing an animal, but people have to do it. If you're eating something with a plant or animal, just make sure you know what you're eating. So the best thing for this is make sure you do it yourself. Them have chicken and pig and cow and goat. So them create markets for local produce. See them do through Moran Bay or through Coronation Market. Over 34 members. 60% of the members are female.
Wow, wonderful.
That is important because it's the mainstream and mainstream the whole thing of youth and gender. Seeing? With the average one age being 49 years old. So you have people younger than that, you have people older than that. But of course, they were supported through the Digital Foundation, which is a primary institute in Jamaica that supports agriculture enterprise, what we call agripreneurship, agriculture entrepreneurship, using the social enterprise model without a doubt. Digital Foundation is the main private sector organization in Jamaica that does that. And at this point in time, we mentioned the Social Enterprise Working Group, you know, which operates through Planning Institute of Jamaica, with the team leaders are Charmaine, the two Charmaine, them Charmaine Brim and Charmaine Murray, and this foundation also led by Nick Charmaine, which is Charmaine Daniel. So the Charmaine, they do a whole of work in the island.
Triple threat.
Seeing? I would like that. So yes, greetings, Winston. Yeah, good for you there. And you know, I know so some look at unrest the out of Centre Mass now, but I bet if you have the unrest now than later, and we have a bigger unrest if we don't start out this food thing in the country. So while we know so we have unrest over road, we can't eat asphalt. When the food short, that you have a bigger unrest. And we applaud the works that you're doing in your part of the island for address this thing of food, health, and wealth security using agriculture as a vehicle for that, you know. So give thanks and welcome to the program, but tell us some things, you know, what led to the formation of the group around 2017, you know, and why you choose agriculture as the main focal point. Yeah, so you do it for scaling. No, I'm saying you reduce, economies of scale you leave it. So the supply can make you maintain get a larger market there, maintain it, but also reduce certain costs that are associated with it. So you can share transport costs, you can share equipment, etc.
Mhm.
It's a coconut farm that a black them. Yeah, one of the biggest coconut farm, for sure. That's important. See,
Mhm.
but you see that the key, now, can you see? You do your first degree and your second degree through St. Augustine. See? But from early. Cause from earlier signal says agriculture you want. You know, say what they when write the plan, I tell the man say when a youth leave, we go Ebony Park. And we are reading some youth. One that youth who reads as farmer. And we know so when you go to them school, you know, it's not theory school, them school are practical school. I'm ask how much people read as farmers. It's two youth alone registered as a farmer. I say, but what you know, from a youth going to school like that, you know. Automatically, I'm supposed to be registered as a farmer, you know. When I leave, you give him degree, but you also give him a land certificate, say about at least 5 acres of land, him can go do farming pan. Yeah, man, because you don't signal say, so like all you know, say you go do a first degree and a master and try to get a 50 acre land or 100 acre land, because you don't show him say you're serious about what you are doing. And so this is part of the way where we have challenges in the country. You said that the group do some other programs outside of the agriculture programs. What are some of these other programs that the group would have been involved in for the community? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, me know call. Yeah, that's a true Canada. Yeah, man. Your priority plans, your action plans.
Mm-hmm.
So you're part of the local economic initiative program, the LED program, LEDI program through SDC. Them treat your group as a LED. Yeah. And I should have Winston. You see, I talk about the road condition permit. Me know what the man fees like say up on the mountain we are talking up on the,
So the
up on the
main
front.
road, yeah, right in front of the hospital, right across on the beach or something.
I, I tell you, Winston, you see, the work that I'm do, it mighty. And I mean, you use the word volunteer still. Seeing? No, the reality is no, Winston. This is something that I've been pushing. It's that word volunteer is a trick word, for some of the people. The I is investing, because I help on your qualification that you have now. The I is a social investor. You're investing your time in supporting your community development. And sometimes when we use the word volunteer, people don't monetize the value of them time, and it actually is misleading. Meaning, say, must say today, Winston, watching now more, I come work with them community group there. By qualification, it costs a certain amount of money to pay you to do the work. No, you're making the same time. As a matter of fact, you probably even work harder because I know so in a community work, it's community work and a 9 to 5 work. No, community work is straight 24 hours work. So when you start work with community group, you invest actually more time and energy than you do in a regular situation. But sometimes the volunteer work, it don't really speak to the level. It don't indicate the amount of investment actually being done. And if you weren't doing it, the state have to pay somebody for do it if you get the work done. So I try to get all of my community group members and to know, say, Virgin, we know the word easy to say volunteer, but we really are social investors in our community and we are committed towards that kind of investment and more you monetize it. Because some politician guy run a football program and send $50,000 and I go like the world might change. And I know say for you go to the workplace, the farm area, and do 1 day out of work is $50,000 that value already based on your qualification. And you do this every day. It's every day. So that thing we want people to start. We not stop to the work, but we have to realize the monetary value of the services that we offer day in, day out to our community members. And also to let the community members recognize the value of their own work as well. Because I know so sometimes it's frustrating for people. And I wonder if it really makes sense, but I want to see and realize that yes, we realize and recognize the value of your time and your work. You also say you have a 60% female population out of the 34 members. So we are talking about nearly 18, 19 members them being female. What has the experience been like? What has been the level of effort from the participants in your group? Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Get on the yield. Cut out the middleman.
So,
I got to talk today about the smoke. I have interest in those elements and things. Just one more point just of fire. It's the work when I do, as me I showed you. We just write a national strategy. And more I get them thing I know, inside I get them. You know. More I go online and type in the youth in agriculture roadmap. When I say we can get access to the business strategy and the one that I have just done. Take down my email, KAHNKNIFE. I go send you that document because those documents are mainstreaming gender and youth and persons with special needs and things still. See, and in the document, we had written it very clearly that at least 30% of all resources under any program must be accessible by women throughout the island. Seeing, we also create what we call a mainstreaming index tool where we can use that these are things that you want to have in your own arsenal. But every program right now in Jamaica is focusing on engaging youth and engaging women in particular. And the information actually shows that women tend to take the business more serious. Them keep when they do agriculture, them keep all better farming records. Them follow the rules much better in terms of applications of whether it be fertilizer or pesticides. Them put on the protective gears. Them do all of these things. Seeing and so for no say the I provide that strength to them along with other institutions. You know, is a powerful, powerful thing because what you're doing there through the organ is actually mainstreaming, as we say, what we are considered to be imperatives. Use gender, PWDs, and you're using from your attack, you're using what climate smart agriculture
agriculture.
techniques as well. You know, and you're talking about your partners them. Come here, you keep talking about RADA, and you're talking about digital and you're
SDC.
talking about the SDC. So my sister now do it right here for you. But then if you start, you know, so right now, more I check this out now through the UNDP, the UNDP have what them call a small grants program. I think that end in September, you know. Seeing they usually give out about 40 to 60,000 US dollar. And if you look at the small grant program that support climate smart agriculture, but also I support the whole thing that you do in terms of how you improve livelihoods of persons. So check that out, Vincent man, because that found that some of you can just match out. You can complete that application easily. And because you see you have the data where it shows that 6% of your population are women, they're going to look on you favorably. But now say EFJ as well, Environmental Foundation of Jamaica, will be coming out soon with your call for proposals. And we're going to still plan things like climate smart agriculture. So again, you'll be able to access them. I give about $6 or $7 million because that most of them funding is capped at about $6 or $7 million. And what you're doing there is what they will also support as well. No? So you probably have to talk about if you have a processing facility. And you can also link the tourism enhancement funding through the Alex program. I think like the lady Mrs. Riley, she would support things like minimal processing facilities, And instead the post harvesting thing, I know is a big problem in Jamaica. Getting into reefer containers, they will support those things as well. Support the nursery system as well. Because you have a tree crop, remember you have a big tree crop program here so now, with your banana, your plant. And there's also the National 3 Million Tree program where say forestry is also promoting. Seeing so I think connecting those four organizations, there's also a Jamaican network of rural women producers. Sister Tamisha Lee, since you have enough money here farmers group, because I make a connection with them as well to still, you see. So I think your position, your organization position to get a whole of support and we have structure, we have governance. So All right. All right. Yeah, man. All right. But the reality from you get money from digital foundation, if you have certain structure in it, so I know say you have the capacity to absorb and utilize resources properly.
Yeah.
It's enough work. It's enough work that do, man. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. And the facility, you know, set up be. You can, cause you know, so when you want to do an export, you might tell you if you have your own packaging space. So those things can support it as well. So I'm thinking a good position to get support through EFJ. And EFJ is the one I like because EFJ work fast, fast, fast. May I tell you that seeing that a Mark Constable them and Barry them who doing at EFJ, them work fast. The people at UNDP take a little bit more time, but it's still a good organization for deal. I know some Miss Riley very interested in certain things. And make some direct contact with the FAO. Because FAO was pushing the whole thing on the gender mainstreaming and things, you know, and not doing proper work. So I'm not seeing why we wouldn't get the support that, you know, that is needed to make your thing actually move. Make your thing actually move. But let me ask you, in terms of the training and the capacity building and the whole thing of the climate smart agriculture, are these practices that we're adopting and utilizing in our thing in St. Thomas? Yeah, yeah. So you get drip irrigations, a little bit of money system, but you never get no drip system then. Yeah, exactly. And I say Winston, and this is why I like your program thing, because you know, it's when they matter about the mainstream, they must say, boy, you must apply certain technologies that make the work easier for women, because you know, them have them calling primary care services in household. So I must say, by applying simple, good, and effective technology, it reduces the work burden on women. And so, in the application, so these people I just mentioned to you, you can actually say, all right, since we are 40 system right here, so now we want to say we can get in like we can get in some half acre. Cause my brother Mark he write a proposal like that for about 20 people, get them things, some tank and some half acre with a drip irrigation for them as well to see. So these are programs that people like. We have to really say if we can partner together for something at Winston and things still seeing. We are going to break and we'll come forward. We'll come forward, we're going to rap. You see, this is what more have to do.
Yeah.
When they book you like them, I know.
Put some
Train you
proper
think that
things
you can
together.
say it had enough work, you see?
I'm gonna know the space though. Our wife come from the space there.
Alright.
Yeah.
But remember, they have to do full distribution. And that means I didn't know I just open the road too bad, I can't go look at
Yeah, the road soon get good, man. Over yourself.
Once I get really good.
5 more minutes.
Now, 5 minutes.
Transform communities across Jamaica, building a more inclusive,
And masters, you call him first getting masters in agriculture. And see, man, can come to do it.
and apply for your community grant today. Building Jamaica.
When if yes,
We can bring him
Visit
back.
Digital Jamaica
yeah, man,
Foundation.
can come in just like what I do, you do, I'm a Chilani.
Newstalk 93 FM now provides a reminder to
Oh,
ensure
But
your
I
safety.
say, me I tell you know them doing that tell both of them.
can you email the
And they say
program
about
to me?
Until you hear on the
A
radio
copy
that
of
the
the
dangerous
program?
winds are definitely out of your area.
Bring
Do
a
not
thumb
go
drive.
sightseeing.
Can
Seek
I
medical
email it?
attention at the first aid station,
Alright,
hospital,
we
or
have
clinic
a
for persons injured during the storm.
can
Do
you
not
mail
use
it
phones
until
unless
you get
vital. Keep lines
No,
clear
man,
from
just
emergency calls.
that's
Do not
alright.
touch loose or damaged electrical wires. Report these to the
You
power
mean quick
company
now,
or the
like
nearest police station.
Christmas
Watch out
next
for
year
because
before
we
we
fallen
get
don't
trees,
have
anything now?
collect fallen branches
Like
and
next
other
year before
debris
we
and
get
pile
anything?
them where they can be
Okay.
easily collected. Do
See?
not to go outside
Because if you do the
barefooted. Avoid
rebroadcast
wearing
on a
open
Thursday,
shoes and watch out for
I mean you
broken
have all of
glass.
them
That
together
was
in
a
a
reminder
file,
of
right?
precautionary measures to
no,
ensure
we
your
don't have
safety
them on
in the event of a hurricane
What
this
happened?
season.
attend conference. The
For the
first
best
comes
in
in
fruits
once
and
per week.
vegetables,
I
ground
just put
provisions,
together
meats, and
all
groceries,
my
visit Country Fresh Farm, 9 Ward Avenue,
until it
Mandeville. Open Mondays to
change, which
Saturdays,
is
8
to
a.m. to 6 p.m. And on Sundays, 8 a.m. to
because
2
I
p.m.
chemistry
bring some
really
herb
taking
for
Country
you.
over.
Fresh
You
Farm.
know, check out
Telephone
yourself, you know what I've
806-207-1201
checked out yourself, you know.
No,
or
Mr. Myself, you know.
876-897-3067.
Yeah. One.
Do
You
you
go and
enjoy
hold it.
working from home?
There you
But
go.
Do
it's
you
so
thrive
change,
in a
man.
fast-paced environment where you
You
can
say
earn
you're
a
not such a
living
yourself. Every
income?
other week you're
Then
gone
you
party
are
and
at the
gone
right
this and that.
place.
Party. My
Hey,
sister got
that's
married
since
BreadlockX will
last
you,
provide
week.
you
yeah,
with all the
still
tools
party
you
And I
there.
need
was
to
made
become
up on a
And
happy
then
efficient
no
new
next
year.
week
earner.
we see you there
So
hotel and then
contact
next week we
us
see you
on
there you fly out
WhatsApp
down to China.
1307-243-4430. That's
You say that event like that.
I'm not gonna line up
1307-243-4430.
again.
Moving
All finished.
reservations.
I'm gonna line up some more things
Do
man.
you or
Because we don't
someone
want
you
you to
know
stress
have a
out yourself,
drug,
right?
drinking, or gambling
Or
problem?
bring the herb, which one is
Rise
it?
Life Management Services offers a treatment information
You
and
know,
telephone counseling. Call us at 1-888-991-4146
I
or
just think it's not my thing. I'm gonna
967-3779
if you
after
smoke it,
4:30 p.m.
I gotta
Help
just
is now
knock
available
out. That my
7
head
days a
can't
week,
take the liquor
8:30
much
a.m. to 12
weed.
midnight. All
That's why probably
information will
smoke
be
herb guy,
treated
you never drink them.
confidentially.
You never smoke.
Join Newstalk
And
93
same me
FM
with that,
every
I can't
Saturday and
drink.
Sunday morning at 7
Can't
a.m.
drink.
for
If I drink
Yahoo
one red
Council
stripe
Worker
beer,
Shift,
that's it.
stimulating your
Yeah,
consciousness
what
as we
about?
journey to spiritual
But don't
enlightenment
think a
through
beer is
music
dangerous,
from
you so
around the
beer
globe.
dangerous.
The Yahudan
Beer attack
Worker
your car,
Shift,
man.
a musical spiritual awakening,
Man,
every
man, think some
Saturdays and
dangerous
Sundays
animal,
at
man,
7
think of a
a.m.
dragon.
Newstalk 93
A
FM,
dragon rush, you
heard
know that though.
everywhere.
Yeah, but I
You
don't
ask
mind
me,
it.
no, but my chat to the whole day, you know, talk to you, Bridget, you know, talk.
So the
Like I said, no,
conversation so airy for you, man. Maybe I
I want
want
to
to
tell you
learn,
what
you know?
is, when the life is the government do right now, you can come in and ask me. When I want to go right now to push agriculture amongst youth and people in the island.
And what me really like is that the mere fact that the ladies, they sometimes go directly to the market. So I and I on a Saturday might book up some of the sisters in them in the market as well. And if you know where them this, I can go there and get some stuff too, you see me?
Is the place to be. Thursday night, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Newstalk 93 FM. Heard
Love that, man. I might space that. I have to run go there some very regularly through the building thing, you see me? I want.
You shall find it. Come in the vineyard style song by Super Cat.
And it's called Woman
Or Live Seeds or something like that. You know, I start living the positive song all the while.
No,
Like
yeah,
a Live Seeds or so by Highway. Or vineyard style by Super Cat.
Which one is that now? Hold on.
hosted by the Energy Queen.
Vineyard style Super Cat?
Yeah, vineyard style Super Cat.
To help young women in Jamaica to be confident, strong, and to educate them on topics from career to
So, bro, you still have time. You make my radio station for you?
Yeah.
Let's learn
When
how
they?
to navigate womanhood as youth while
Pull it on
learning
him
to
way.
level up in your own lives. Together, that's Woman Up on Newstalk 93 FM every Wednesday
Let's
Oh,
stop
the
that.
Art of Lucky.
with the Energy
What?
Queen.
Art of Black
Ashley
one.
Cornwall.
No, the system supposed to Art of Lucky, but me here it's clear.
What that?
Newstalk
I'm
93
going to play it, man.
Vineyard style?
It will play because it come from the same
Why
system.
must
It
Arthur
come from something
If
else.
I want to open it,
How many ways can the
supposed
Digital
to be set
Foundation
up as
say
it's Art
thank you
of
to
Lucky.
everyone who
Why?
has
Until I
invested in
press
Jamaica
play.
to
Oh.
invest in over
I don't know what
1,466 projects? We have seen you
So the Virgin
transform
Fire, I start talking to
communities
the Virgin
across
coming.
Jamaica, building a more inclusive, accessible, and sustainable Jamaica for all.
Now
Be
stop
a
that
part of the
Virgin
change
Virgin.
and apply for your community grant today. Building Jamaica together. Visit digitaljamaicafoundation.org
Yeah,
to
the
learn
Jamaica
how.
man.
For the best in fruits and vegetables, ground
Them are
provisions,
there
meats
by
and
140
groceries.
still,
Visit
man.
Country Fresh Farm, 9 Ward Avenue, Mandeville. Open Mondays to Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And on Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Country Fresh Farm. Telephone 876-207-1001 or 896-897-3067.
So now we're at all in
Do you enjoy working from home? Do you thrive in
By
a
the time I reach
fast-paced
home, it blow
environment
back again,
where
man. It
you
just iron,
depend
it
on
just got iron.
limited income? Then you are at the right place. Moving Reservations will provide you with all the tools you need to become efficient sales personnel. So contact us on WhatsApp 1307-243-4430. That's 1307-243-4430. Moving Reservations. We find movers.
News Talk 93 FM. Heard
Lord of mercy. Come it's a special dedication to all farmer, whether you live a sentence or in a Nova. Cause this is Mr. Cat the Beer Back Rider. The style when you go give them a go run Jamaica. And in a London, I miss it in America. And in a I miss it in a China. It name the Vinaya style, the Vinaya style, it's wicked and wild. The Vinaya style, it's wicked and wild. The one poor person with an emati, and the one poor pat with the human party. And the one called Chaplin with Ocean Party. Come it's a cat with vineyard party. Them keeping a dance in a tapping yard. The song we did a play was no type of bar.
Come in. No man, I sang one play. Yes, if him like him face come in.
Yeah, but do you have things you want to special about a question?
Oh, I go and read to the bridge.
I sang it, I said nothing.
With the matic for them, me papa go vibe shoulder. Me say who them made find no sweet cassava. But them never left me friend when they try ginger. Hello, yama sweet, yama them a dance together.
And this is Minister of Agriculture used to promote agriculture in the island.
Look how bread up here tall and
I sang it.
and a blink sweet wine and a ripe banana. The Vinaya style, it's
Like a bad song.
the Vinaya style, it's wicked and wild.
Hi, Papa. I have to call you back, okay?
A side show to a wine and a upro. Me say apple get jealous and start steal the show.
I'll call you back.
Sweet wine and a miss a mango. Pay no thank you, so me say them start
Who
get
tell me
low.
to give
I
me?
start to the style when they put on your toe. When focus start dance, the whole of them get overthrow. A dance pan him and him a dance pan him too. The style where him a do and them a call it limbo. The Vinaya style, it's wicked and wild. The Vinaya style, it's wicked and wild. Me spot coat, plum and wine and that cherry. Me spot coat, plum and wine and that cherry.
Ready?
Side pump in a wine and that cherry. She a run up her mouth and say the dance.
Call back the bridge now, so we're in there, man. Please.
Every farmer love a song. The only one who like a song is a farmer. Who not a farmer. Yes. Yes. Cambridge. A fine sex grape from foreign. Sex grape from foreign.
Come take it from the cat, him a the DJ king. Me spot red face, a wine
No,
and a go.
sir, the rain here. Go back, man.
I'll get a gate man and say, let me throw. I'm flinging sweet wine and a low. Come take it from the cat for them, I'll brand new. Me side jam fruit and wine on the bread road. And side the fruit and wine and grapefruit and carrot and talk about beetroot and fruit.
Yeah,
I'm in I'm Chris Clark's road. I jump and dance off in three. It's kind of new, I know it's on the tight wheel. Lemon in my wine and the lime.
I will talk the information, so put it low. That's right, low. Yeah, greetings. Welcome back. It's living in the positive where cents make dollars. Remember, we are encouraging individuals to advertise with us. Please call our sales agents at 876-427-9955. You can also email the sales department at newstart93fmsalesteam@gmail.com. Yeah, very interesting conversation.
Let me just say something right here, man. If me a minister, you see a song there, From if you miss a you stop me on the road and say the year come out of the vehicle all the while. Yeah, man, talk about every food that going in Jamaica. And I can tell you something now. If you buy all the food that Tupac just mentioned in a film song a while, you can't get sick. You cannot get sick. So it's not an agriculture song, it's a health song, you know. Every fruit, every ground food, every seasoning. See? So it's one of the most suitable songs to play anytime you talk to anybody that deal with farming. Yeah, it's probably the most favorite song for every farmer in the island and thing, except for in farmer. But once it's food you farm, you must love the song here and things still, you know. And there's the thing, you know, the man don't listen to the people, them musicians sing the song them. The farming people them talk about the food them. And the man them who make decision about the country don't follow the things that are being said by the people. So Winston, so I say now, in terms of you're in the field, you see the challenge that people have. If we're going to really position agriculture as a main engine of growth for the country, what are some of the things that you think we need to address as soon as we address them? Yeah. I, yes. To try access land. But right now, Winston, the policy actually saying, no, because I'm says I write the thing. As a matter of fact, I also wrote the MSME policy, you know. I must say farmers make a big part of the MSME. And the policy also says that 70% of our resources must be accessible to youth as well. See, as a matter of fact, most of the policies that we have in Jamaica are geared towards supporting you. But I find that there's a lot of people who just don't know what going on out there. The information is not being disseminated as though it should be disseminated. You see what I say? But some stuff the man and the man them now act upon it and it's true you don't know. You can't even question it. So the advocacy now go strong enough because I one just don't know what information is out there and things still. But the land tenure, you're right. Because a man now give you fund, a man now give you no money. I say no say you have real permission to use land because I don't want to put up a structure and then you say boy, you take off the structure off of the land because the man get vexed and you own the land. So the land tenure is a crucial. One more recommendation that we had, you know, was what we call an agro housing strategy, which means that when a youth as a farmer and get benefit from NHC to build a house, you must also get a loan with it as well that is tied to the mortgage. And with that loan now, we suggest him buy at least 20,000 gallon worth of water harvesting system. He have at least 5 acres worth of drip irrigation system. He also buy a 40-foot container, reefer container to support the post harvesting and the storage and everything, and that comes to about $3.8 million in total. So when you add that to the mortgage, it'll be like a $10 million or $12 million. I know say mortgage to the month will probably like 100,000. You know what it's going to be like. When a man have 1 acre of scallion, him get 25,000 pounds of scallion and $60 a pound. That is $1.8 million to 3 months. And can more and pay by the mortgage easily. You understand what I say? So those things are there. That should be done. So we take these things on board, Winston. We'll call you again because we're going to reason you some more. Because we're not start to you now as a virgin who's out by a license. We'll talk to you as a man who has committed himself and have expertise in the agriculture sector. So I know that there are things that they can share with us that people can learn from to be better farmers and better business people. See, so more I listen to some call from the producer and as to when they can come on again from the program once it is convenient for the eye. See? Alright, brother, give thanks, man, and just go and keep up the work with the eye, man, and heal the people in license fire for you, you know?
Big up the whole team, you know?
Well, mention some of them name, man. Yeah, we have a next guest come on now, but mention a couple of them names that we can. Yeah. Nice.
Yes, sir. More ask something. The ones them who come to the market and are sat there, where are they in Coronation Market? There's a specific space. Well, I'm gonna ask the.
Well, in St. Thomas, we're going to have Coronation Market. People still calling to parish.
Yeah.
So we go and find out who come from what a license. And we tell them. You see?
Give thanks.
All right, we'll start. All right, cool. Give thanks. Yeah, you see me, I show you a whole barrage of righteous youth. I'll find that song there, no. Tanya, you have a whole barrage of righteous youth out there doing a whole of work for people. And some don't want a guy feel like, say, if you watch TVJ or CVM News and see some good thing are going on in the country not too right. You have more right things are going on in the country than wrong things. And the country are mashed up long time.
Exactly.
That want a guy for know.
Well,
so you must feel some good bad news and no one can sell. Sell good news. And people buy it same way because people like hear good things more than bad things.
Exactly. We're joined by our next guest, which is Ruin Johnson, and he is the CEO of course, Amaru Business Development. Greetings, family.
Greetings, Breadlocks. Greetings, Dr. Live.
Yes, brother.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
See, tell us a little bit about Amaru Business Development Solutions, please.
Sure, Breadlocks. So, Amaru is a management consultancy that partners with entrepreneurs to launch, grow, and raise capital for their businesses. And under each of those segments, launch, grow, and raise capital, we offer a range of business development solutions. So on the launch, we have Foundations of Entrepreneurship course that we have going on even now that gives you the basic knowledge, gives you the knowledge that you need to identify business opportunities and also to turn those opportunities into venture. So we walk you through the business modeling and take you through some aspects of formulating cash flow projections. We also provide a mentorship and coaching program underneath the Amaru launch banner. For Growth Hub, that's about governance, risk, and compliance. Helping you to get yourself structured, helping you to get yourself formalized, and in many ways prepared to access capital. So we offer general services such as business registration and company incorporation, trademark, business process audits, and bookkeeping and taxation. And then on the Amaru deal flow or the raise capital segment, we have the feasibility studies, we have business plans and financial statements.
So, but why as a youth?
Yeah, how would we get it?
They chose to focus on supporting budding entrepreneurs / business people. Why that became a focus?
That's a great question. So it's inspired by personal experience. When I was 19, I started my first business, and that was after I dropped out a year. I went to the law, and I decided that's not the path for me. So I dropped out and spent about 2 years. I like to say in the doldrums, trying to launch and start a business. And for those 2 years, the entirety of those 2 years, I didn't make a single dollar. And I said, boy, something is wrong here. I need to make a change, and that led me to go to UTech now, and that's where I studied entrepreneurship. and I was really an understudy to my lecturers. I start to assist them with any project or event that they had, and I also did the same for my colleague. Anybody who was starting a business, I would partner with them and would help them. So that sort of spirit for entrepreneurship and supporting entrepreneurs, it was built up uh, at that time, during my UTech years. And after leaving UTech, I worked at the Incubator Technology Innovation Center.
Oh, that's even Dion. When Dion
That's
is
what,
still
yeah,
here,
Dion
but
was there.
Dion
Yeah,
was
man,
your
yeah, man.
time,
I was
same.
I was her assistant. I was her assistant.
Okay.
I left there and I went into my own business.
Because Dion was also one of the persons who taught innovation management course and our degree program right
Yes.
here as well. She's been a
Yes.
graduate here as well. So we had a very good working relationship with so stay. We're partnered everybody. UTech, UCC, NCU, and UA.
Yeah, man.
I find that
Sir.
in the entrepreneurship space, we have them long time baggage vibes that some people have some other discipline.
No wire
No,
fence,
yeah, as if it's true. No wire fence.
Yeah.
And so we work well and thing, So how it has been in terms of the persons who we have supported, what has been their experiences so far? I mean,
It has been, for the most part, I would say it has been good. From the base level, helping individuals to register the business and
Yes.
get started on that journey, that entrepreneurship journey.
Yes.
I've seen some ventures blossom
Yes.
and grow. In terms of the business plans and helping individuals to raise capital, one of my first customer when I started the business in 2018. Supported him through the years, and recently was able to write a business plan, prepare financial statements, and so on, and get him to be structured and formalized for him to access grant funding. So he recently accessed a
Yeah.
grant from Art Trust to invest in his business.
Okay, but there's a really good move here in terms of how you're going to support those young people to get so. But like the DBJ. I lost my time, to like the DBJ program because I'm sending money to the bank and the bank them just don't use the money because instead of lending people money, I lend them for them own like MSME funding and thing. But the DBG have a voucher program.
Yes.
And through the voucher program, them support people in writing, business plan, strategy. You're listed as a supported entity under the DBJ.
Not listed, but I partner with one of those listed BDOs, Next Step Digital Solutions Limited.
Yeah.
And we offer primarily the business and the financial statements.
More I do your thing directly, man. But I be no guy who knows nobody here, but because them like them want to use your brain and get the work done. You have to grow your thing and eventually be a direct BDO.
Certainly, and I share that with him. The CEO is Mohan Beckford, and he has always been very supportive.
Okay,
of
where you doing things still.
Always been very supportive.
All right, well, good to have a big brother who out there and things
true.
still. Seeing them can be a gate opener, but the objective is always self-reliance and collective security. Put it like that. Still,
exactly.
Because I remember honestly, I know the ACRM,
Yes.
is an entity I know for decades. I mean,
Right.
long years upon years. I had the works with the A from Antoinette. If you know Antoinette, the far right Ayata was an engineer and things. When they were there and thing, and the ACRM, African Renaissance,
African cultural
Renaissance movement.
Yeah.
It was always an entrepreneurial space because remember, people know that the ACRM first start some teaching programs.
Yeah. They do have some classes now.
Yeah, man.
We still do.
Yeah, man. From them time, the fire, the man create, and I saw Benji, ACRM, that's what Benji. The Benji thing, I say Benji running a selling of fire.
Yes,
Because Benji's a youth in them space, it was always there and doing nurturing. Long before the incubator space come up, ACRM was the original incubator space. For people with every kind of ideas. I remember saying, man, usually fight down students and fight down youth, and they build that bastion over there for them,
Yeah.
What kind of works the ACRM are deal right now?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned it. I am a part of the while at UTech, I was a member of the club ACRM, and after leaving UTech, I became involved with the ACRM Evening Institute.
Yes,
which is
teaching program.
Yes, the community outreach arm.
Yeah.
That offers CXC subjects to
yes.
the let's say ancillary and security staff on campus and individuals within and around the
all community people, man. Yeah,
Yes,
man.
yes, man. Yes, man.
Mighty works, ACRM going, man. There's no joke thing for you.
Certainly, and it's been a pleasure being a part of that program over the past 4 years. Seeing individuals who have no subjects at all, people who haven't done any subjects in decades, 20 years, 30 years since I left high school, coming and doing them 1-1 and 2-2, moving on to university. Recently, we had one individual who came with her mother, her daughter, sorry, and she got her subjects. The mother did, that is, went to teachers college, went to teachers college and graduated as a teacher, and she emailed us and told us about that.
I'm tell you something, friend. I know so when I time, I mean, that's what I say. When I time, I know say all the youth administration when they want to take over the IDM program, you know that, But you see, some people must love you. Low youth with ideas and make you them shine because it was 20 years that organization operating.
50 years.
All right.
Founded in 1971.
All right. I mean, and 20 years we know them for. I do the work and things still. You can imagine the kind of impact that organization, because it's just one somebody that you see, part of the work we do, we kind of do tracer systems and value these things about the value creation. So when you have a sister who come at your program with no CXC, and then she come and do CXC, and then she gone on to teachers college. See? Look and see how you have impacted the value of that person. Because from no CXC, he was unemployable. Now with CXC, he become employable. Now with a teacher's college, you become more employable. You can see what the income generation is for the sister, And you say that you have supported that kind of value creation. And that's just one person. So check the thousands of people.
Exactly. It come true.
So that's what entrepreneurship is about. Because remember, entrepreneurship is not just about business, It's a process of creating value by bringing together a unique set of resources in order to seize an opportunity. No, so the ACRM is entrepreneurial in its own structure. See? Because you seize an opportunity to support person. And you create significant value. See? So it's not just about economic value being generated. You have the social, the cultural, and other kinds of value. And ACRM is a cultural space. So when a man comes to the place, even though a class you come to math, but they can't deny the fact that it's a place when you look around, it's be African things around you.
Exactly.
So the icon itself was a part of the lesson. So a man learn entrepreneurship and probably a Marcus Garvey you think about in your back of your mind, because he's the ultimate entrepreneur model for Jamaica, for you. People have to know that, Yeah, it's Marcus Garvey thing we used to deal with most of it. When I design degree I use it. Is that in my mind? When we are design cape, is Marcus Garvey model in our mind, see, because I can't see my people through our next guy lens. I see people through eye people lens. I was looking for which is the best model. It was Marcus Garvey and things,
Sure.
Well, yes, sir, yeah. So
before we leave, just give us some more information about your company that you currently operate. How can people get in contact with you? Yeah, which is Amaru Business Development.
Yeah, man. So you can contact us at 876-323-3218, 876-323-3218, or 876-305-7226. That second number is WhatsApp only. 876-305-7226. Hashtag emails. Email is choose.amaru. That's AMU, choose.amaru@gmail.com. And we are across social media platforms as Choose Amaru. For ACRM, we still have our CXC subjects going. Reach out to us at 876-312-5755. That's 876-312-5755. Or you may email acrmeveninstitute@gmail.com. Thanks so much.
Yeah, man, give thanks. Well, today we'd like to thank our guests. Yeah, thank our broadcast technician, of course, Tanya Richards, Michaela Graham, love and honor. See, to advertise with us, call our sales agent at 876-427-9955. You may also email us, our sales department, at newstart93fmsalesteam@gmail.com. I am Breadlocks.
Yeah, and I'm Kalima Knife. Right now, I have to go in our class. So I say welcome to all of my students and more come to the entrepreneurship program right now, new venture creation. It's business plan we're going to learn right in our class. See?
Right. Big up all our youths, them also. Happy birthday, Amira Zohar Avi, my daughter.
That is a joke, man.
I say go.
It's my niece, And the man I got to tell me at the end of the program saying that Watch your
I
brother.
say go on. Love and
Amira,
honor.
love the eye. Somebody, man. Have class, hello.
I say go on. Aye.
Tell them,
Tell ya.
remind us, I have class. I remember what class, you know.
Blessings,
But yeah, we're coming
family.
again, though, fire.
Yes, man.
See? We're coming again.
New venture creation.
Yeah, new venture creation, that's the course. All right. Hey, let me have a move, because the class start now.
Yeah, man. Blessings, family. Willing.
Yeah, man.
What's the name? What kind of discount you have over there?
For the CXC classes, ARM. Yeah, sure, I know about
As
that
in my
stuff.
discount.
For the CXC class. It's a really, really, you take on